everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we've got an infinite combo with the new Eirdu, Carrier of Dawn, which is 5 mana for 5/5 flying lifelink. Creature spells you cast have Convoke, and at the beginning of your first main phase you can transform it. Not really using the backside of this, although I do have an infinite combo on my channel with the backside, but this one, the front side, basically the ability to give all creatures Convoke and go infinite with these Enweb creatures, the Yera and Oski, and the Darval, because they enweb for only 1 mana, so they can tap themselves essentially to cast another one of them, and you can do that infinite times over and over and over again if you have an Eirdu out. Eirdu's pretty good just on its own as a 5/5 flying lifelink, so this deck is pretty sweet because all the cards are decent on their own. Also have the Nurturing Pixie we can add into the mix. If you have a Nurturing Pixie and one of these with Enweb 1, you can tap the Pixie to Enweb it, and return the Pixie, cast the Pixie again, go infinite, and get infinite comes into play abilities for Tinybones Joins Up. So this is the other missing piece of the combo. This says when it enters, you can have target player discard a card, and then whenever a legendary creature you control enters, any number of target players mill a card and lose 1 life. And these, because they're legendary, and this is also legendary, but when you're looping these over and over again, you can just do infinite damage to them and mill out their entire deck, essentially. So even if they had infinite life, you could still mill them out if you want that as a win condition. Now, the reason this combo is pretty good is because it is sort of, you need 4 cards, but all the cards are decent on their own. And also because there's a lot of good tutors for them. You got the Brightglass Gearhulk, which is mostly why we're playing green for tutors, which can search up the Tinybones Joins Up, and it can search up the Pixie, and sort of have a tutor package here with Seam Rip, and the Soul Guide Lantern, and Llanowar Elves. You can also search up with the Gearhulk, so that's pretty powerful. And then also the new Formidable Speaker, making this very consistent, because it gives us basically 8 copies of Eirdu, or if we need to search up any of these creatures, or if you want to search up Gearhulk itself, which can then search up the Tinybones Joins Up and the Pixie. You got a lot of options, so tutoring, very good. Badgermole Cub, just for mana acceleration, and for the curve, so you can kind of get your combo going a turn earlier. So that is the combo. Let's jump to the games and see if we can go infinite damage, infinite mill with Eirdu. A huge thank you to all my viewers who have joined my channel membership. I really appreciate all the support. Members get badges, emotes, and early access to all my videos. Click the link in the description below the video to join and get these perks today. Alright, opponent goes first. We'll give us a keep. This looks decent. Alright, that's pretty good draw as well. Go Elves into Badgermole. Do Soul Guide Lantern. Alright. Restless Reef. Alright, Elementals. 9. Okay, looks like Reanimator. Well, good thing we have the Soul Guide Lantern in the opener, to be honest. We can do this and this if we play the Cub. Let's see, if we do this and this, play the Cub. This, and then play the Tinybones Joins Up first. Make them discard, and then if they have something spicy, we can just nab it with the Soul Guide Lantern. Ooh, FGA, okay. I see. That seems like I would rather not deal with that. That's a cool one, though. But yeah, we can pretty much destroy their graveyard at any point now, which is nice. And there's a Hex on Cub. Sure. Still, I think we are good to play Gearhulk next turn. And yeah, let's play this land so that we can... I don't know, this is green. I should have played this land here. Alright, well that was a mistake. Sure. but next turn could be in better shape. So this is, oh, I see, because this is only green. If we've done this, we could have gone green, white, green, white. I guess this makes us play the Eirdu next turn, but otherwise we couldn't have played that next turn. So a bit of a drawback either way. Overlord. Yeah, that's fine. I think let them return, whatever. Drone. Okay. So, okay, well now that we do this, just a really bad play. Or, unfortunate play. We'll get this down. Still gonna mill them. We can take care of their graveyard in response to anything that they do if we need to. And the Gearhulk, not going to throne. Not gonna save us here, but and another Gearhulk. Do we want to flip this thing over or black man? We'll give everything convoke, or I mean, just. What do we want to play with this? I think we want to line because I think we want to play a Pixie or something with the Gearhulk. We'll go pay the life. Tap with that mana. What do we want to get? Another Tinybones? We could get 2 Pixies. I think that might be the play. Green. Green. White. Let's go here and pay. Action. Team Rip isn't doing anything. I think 2 Pixies is what we want. Sadly, they can't loop each other, but we can swing for 5 in the air. Actually, could play another Gearhulk. That's true. We can convoke all this out. Replay the Soul Guide Lantern just to do that, but also Pixie back the Gearhulk. I think I'll just swing in the air. I think the play is go Pixie on Tinybones. I mean, again, we could just like exile one thing, but then I don't know. Doesn't seem that useful. Alright, so if we draw any of our web slinging things, then we're in business. We may just win in the air with this thing too, so. Or on the ground and in the air. Do enjoy the combo. Vibrance with both modes, sure. I'm gonna do 3 damage to this. Okay. Double up on that, I see. Oh yeah, because this doubles. Got it. Okay, nothing I can do about that. No good attacks for them, though. And we're going to swing with these. Actually, not anymore. I can swing in the air. Oh, 1 turn too late. We had on that turn earlier. Would have gone off next turn. Well, we can probably get the rest of the cards in their hand. Pixie this, play it again. Just a 3/3. And get one of their cards in their hand. Play another one of these, I guess. Play this, get a Pixie. Get another Pixie. Take action. And another Tinybones. Steam Rip is not doing anything, is it? Get more Pixies. Pixies. Play the Pixie. Maybe we can win in the air here. Bounce. Again. Card. Alright. Swing in the air. See if we can pull this one off. You may have a creature in a graveyard, except his name is Caballero. So obviously got to nuke their graveyard. So they could get this thing too. I guess I can't choose. I guess this has to be. Well, that's kind of bad too. I get my own graveyard, and I can't use this to. Probably should have used it to get my. I want them to do their own graveyard. Solve. Yeah. Well, this might be, as this is blocking in the air now. Don't really have a path forward. Could just draw a card off this thing now. Can't attack on the ground. They have no cards in hand. We can get rest of their Tinybones and Seam Rip with this, but that doesn't really do anything at all. So, yeah, that's okay. Let's just draw a card. Need to find another Eirdu. No, didn't find it. I guess we just play out these pixies. At least one of them. There's nothing else. I guess we could get more Llanowar Elves with the Gearhulk if we played another Gearhulk. That is true. Somewhat useful. Alright, get the Gearhulk, play the Gearhulk. Also thins the deck a bit. Could get a Seam Rip just in case they have something. Seam Rip. Everything is not really trippable though. Alright, well. Very interesting game. I don't know if you can flip this thing. I think so. See what they do. We are holding down the fort fairly well in terms of not dying, but in terms of winning, not sure that's happening. They probably have some pretty good top decks because of this, but we'll see. This is an elemental, which doubled with this. This is not an elemental. And there's another land. Do we use the final pixie on The Gearhulk, I'm just thinking, is there any reason not to do that? And just get more stuff out of the deck? Really, I don't really see a reason to not do that, so I think that's going to be the play. They have a card in their hand? Oh, they do have a card in their hand. Yeah, sure. We'll bite and see what it is. I guess I could have gotten Gearhulk and gotten more Tinybones. Okay, they're gonna kill that. Got it. I guess they could have killed the one I tried to bounce anyways in response, so it is what it is. Alright. Now they have a way to attack on the ground. Essentially. This triggers twice because of the roaming throne. Tricky game. But if I were them, I would just start swinging. Still, an Eirdu off the top will win me the game, or ooh, Ashling, nice. Good discard though. Yeah, I think I would just start swinging with the overlords. Be a reason not to, right? Got a Cavallero back. Vibrance, yeah, this is not looking good. I think we just chump. At least with one. I mean, we could double block with a pixie. With 2 pixies. Take it out. But yeah, this is looking grim here. Unless we draw off the top. Or an Eirdu off the top. Or a way to search it up. Vibrance is going to take out my pixies, yeah. And they get to search for some lands. Or no, they just, oh, they evoked it. Oh, there we go. Alright, let's make sure we have double white mana. Yeah, we do. Okay, so this should win the game here. Discard this. And go infinite with this ability. And they're only at 7, so it shouldn't take too long to do this. Alright. And web. Tap this. Return the pixie. Alright, we got him. Play the pixie. Tapping this. And return it. It's all the way kind of off screen. But anyways. Tap, return. Alright. Tap with this. It says nice deck, thank you. Going infinite. Get them. Tap this. And a couple more. Hopefully they give up. But almost there. Sweet, sweet. On to the next one. Okay, opponent goes first. This looks fine to me. Looks okay. We can go pixie into elf, I guess. Ooh. Okay. Let's do Llanowar. Say we'll do this, then can we do this and this? No. So we'll go Temple Garden on the elf. And then next turn we'll do... Oh, never mind. Well, they will decide what we do, I guess, next turn. We can still do Tinybones. Pick it up with Pixie. We could have played this so we did Tinybones on turn. Oh, now we could do that also. So many options. What do we want? I think we go Speaker and pick up another... What do we pick up with Speaker? Because we have this and we have this. Kind of a close call, actually. We could also just see what we draw next turn, but I feel like I just want to use all my mana, so I'm going to do this and discard Passage. And get... Who I believe? I mean, unless they have a much more... I have a tough call. I can just start to loop this, but we're going to go for the combo. We came here to combo, we're going to try to go for the combo. Alright. And there's a demon wall. Alright, so this should set up fairly nicely here for this. And then Pixie back. Also Pixie back the Speaker. 2, 3. This for their last card. Getting back the Speaker. It's tempting to get their last card though. Yeah, I can't resist that value, so let's do it. Fixing back the Speaker might have been it. But alright. If they had a removal spell, that would be okay. So we just need to draw any of our web creatures to go infinite. Sure, so I think we'll just get rid of the Speaker here. We can play this next turn. Don't really have any good attacks, so it's all kind of working out. A lot of synergies going on in this deck. Pretty cool. Alright. We play this. And ping them for 1. Could attack in the air. Sure. Might as well pressure them a little bit. Assuming this can hold down the fort for now. Well, it's a lot of mana that they have access to that could bump into the demon wall at some point. Well, there you go. So I'm not going to flip this because they're just dead. So, sweet. Alright, we're going to cast this with and web using the Pixie. And let us begin the combo. Alright. Pixie gets cast using this. This up. Web. Alright, gotta be somewhat quick with this. Alright, sweet, they gave up. GG. On to the next one. Okay, going first. This hand looks like a keep to me. Pretty decent. We can go elves into cub into Tinybones. Might be able to play this. Oh, white. Elves, cub. Oh. If we return the elves. This. Ooh, nice. Okay. So let's see. We'll do. What do we want to play? Do we want to play this? Or do we want to play Turn the Elves? Tinybones. Let's get the Tinybones down. So let's go Badgermole. And up. Card. Okay. A fairy deck of some kind. We got a lot of green mana. We need double white though for this. A little awkward. Take the damage and Cecil. First, Iron. 2. Another Badgermole Cub. Shoot, we need one more white source. There's no way. Is there a weird way we can do it with... We do... Badgermole Cub. Make this into land. Do... Thinking, like, we're do this and bounce. Does that work? No, because we needed to spend white mana. Earn it. So we'll just play this as is. And mill them for 1. Ooh, okay. And pass the turn. No, we need one more white source of mana, and then off to the races. So much green mana. Wings and no Kaito. Didn't want to attack with a Cecil. Understandable, but may not have blocked. Okay, does that do it? Does that do anything for us? Green, green. Still don't have a source of double white mana. Well, it does let us potentially next turn just not discard anything. Alternatively, we could get a Pixie, which is that better? We don't have double white for Gearhulk. Another Badgermole, another. And we could replace this with the other version, which is a little better. Probably the only thing. Can't play the other Gearhulk. Yeah, it gives away what we're doing, but get a Yera. Oski, but we're not going to play it yet. I'm going to try to go infinite next turn. Which we do have the setup to do. They don't disrupt us. As this gives us a second white sword. Okay, in they go. And we actually can't really block anything because these all have death touch. So... Well, we could block with a land, I guess. But it doesn't really matter what our life total is here. We'll just take and hope they can't disrupt what we're doing. Brightglass Siren. 1 card in hand. A lot of maps that they not using. Else here. Another. Will be interesting. Can I get this thing down? White. No, because we have to have this thing down. So we're really just strained on white mana here. I was going to use the green. Untap this. If we had another source of white mana, work way better, but can remove this. The land, I guess. Do anything stop us? Blood Pit's Drowner. Oh, okay. Interesting. On the land, maybe? This land. Oh. Well, that doesn't doing anything. So, okay, sweet. Alright, we're in business, and this should go infinite. Sweet. Glad that they targeted the way that they did. Alright, return. Could be a little faster of an infinite than other one. Because both of these are legendary. Alright. Click on the little edge here. Turn each other over and over. Thanks to Convoke from Eirdu. Pretty nice, and they give up. Sweet, sweet. On to the next one. Alright, opponent goes first. Let's give this a keep. Interesting hand, how we want to play this. If we want to go Tinybones and then Pixie Tinybones. Or Llanowar Elves into Speaker. Or I could do Llanowar Elves into other Tinybones. I think we want to lead with Llanowar Elves. Just in general. Get the mana down first. We could do the Speaker to discard another Tinybones. Discard is generally more effective later. You have less cards in hand. So, we'll play it like this. So we have the Tinybones, we have the Nurturing Pixie, so I think this wants to just search for our elemental Eirdu. Of course, we'll see what we draw. It in the tank. Alright, pass. Ooh, well that always changes things a little bit. That'll add an extra green to the here. So green. Does it change things? We'll get 2 mana. We could play a Pixie, or we could play Tinybones in addition to this. Might be worth it. Put this here, and then tap this for the cub. And play a Tinybones. Again, just getting the mana down. I don't think there's any way for me to float black and white mana. Pixie. Yeah, unless I put this. No, I wouldn't have. But now we have a bunch of mana for next turn, so we can do this and this. Alright, now it's always scary. Oh, and there is the Eirdu. So now we just need to search up. If we don't die next turn, we need to search up 5 mana. We do Pixie. Do white, Pixie, pick this up, then this, 2, 3. Actually, let me save the Pixie. Or doesn't, maybe it doesn't really matter. I get the Pixie in play, then I can search up the other thing here. I guess I could consider if I want to. Yeah, let's just do it this way. Also pick up the Badgermole Cub. It's a consideration. Well, but we'll do this. Make them discard. We do need another white source as well. Cast this. So, some consideration for even getting rid of this other speaker here. Although this speaker can actually give us double white. There, so that's actually okay. So, for 5. We're good on that. Let's ditch this speaker then. Get... Yeah. And we could get in there, but I see no point in doing that. Could be dead, certainly. Look at how we want to manage all the mana that we have here. But we get this down, should win next turn. Alright, so that's going to trigger landfall once. The Hydra. There's a Fable Passage. Oh wait. 8/8. Not dead currently. We only have 1 mana, so I think we'll be able to combo off here. Wing for 8. Okay, and there's a land that comes into play untapped anyways. Okay, great. We're in business. We can just tap all this. This, that comes into play. Drain them for 1. Use a space bar. Okay, and then we got to return. Use the Pixie. Cast this. And web. Turn the Pixie. And then, no matter what we name, enchantment. And we're just going to have to do this over and over again. Alright, Pixie. Alright, almost done. Loop here. Have to do it a few more times. One. Right, last one. Getting down to time here. Actually pretty close. That should be good. And got him. Sweet, sweet. On to the next one. GG. Alright, welcome back to the wrap-up for our infinite damage, infinite mill Eirdu combo. Pretty fun, pretty sweet, and pretty redundant in terms of how many pieces you can get and search up. With this deck, Formidable Speaker essentially finds all the pieces in this deck, so that card is very good here. We can find the Eirdu, we can find any of these, and it can find the Gearhulk, which can then find these pieces. So this card was doing a lot of work. It was also fixing the mana, and really kind of the all-star of this deck, to be honest. You could expand the Gearhulk package for other like 1 mana spells that you would want, more removal or something like that, but not really sure I'd make any changes. Mana base probably isn't perfect, but seemed to work and do what you wanted to do here, but you could tweak the numbers if you find more of a perfect ratio there. But yeah, let me know if you have any other thoughts for this Eirdu combo. in the comments below. Thank you so much for watching. Really appreciate it. Shout out to all members who are supporting my channel, and anyone just watching to the end of the channel. It means a lot to me. That's a really good way to support my channel, so thank you for doing that. Thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I will see you in the next video.